say that stuff. Whenever he comes up with a gem, he never waits. We're on the air, America.
It's not true. It's
plenty
of honor.
It's a slug 'em down Saturday. We have a new subscriber. Hey, Hunter Walker, welcome. Good to see you. That's Bailey's dad, or we call her Lefty. And if she ever gets a left foot, she's going to get a scholarship. Where's Wills Wilhelm? Is there originally Wills Wilhelm? Anyway, welcome back to IDD Those Don't Disagree. We're going to have a fourth sitter at some point tonight. That'll be the what do we call him? The uninformed?
At that point, my breasticles will be blocked by Brian.
There you go.
In this segment, you get to feast your eyes on these ham hocks all night.
And he's not even waiting for the gummies to kick in tonight. Anyway, that is the redoubtable one. Highly questionable Law Dog in the hizzy. It is IDD. It's a slug 'em down, sip 'em slow, Sat Sunday. We will be going to the Wade House. But we want to talk about it. We're going to start tonight with the Minnesota Timberwolves putting a size 13 into the backside of the LA fake show.
Might have been a 14 or 15.
Might have been a 15. Well, if it was Rudy Gobert, it was a 17.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted Lawton's take on this because, honestly, look, we all picked the Lakers. I had them in 7 because I thought Minnesota was going to pose the kind of problems they did. What I did not count on was LA's utter lack of anything outside of Luka and LeBron.
Derek!
I mean, and while we're at it, there's a guy that comes down here that I don't even know if he's subscribed, but he may sit in. You never know. I mean, you know, he's got a lot of fanfare, so who knows? I mean, the paparazzi follows him everywhere.
Resident Dallas Cowboys.
He is a Cowboys fan, and we love him on this show. They're the gift that keeps on giving, America.
What's up, bro?
Anyway, and Tom's going to walk off right in the middle of the recording to say hi. This is the only time you'll see a Giants fan and a Cowboys fan hug it out. By the way. So, but anyway, this is segment 1, all things, what the hell, LA, what are you doing? And by the way, JJ Redick. Look, I'm a Dookie, but he's one of the Dookies that I hate. And look, everybody knows Luka is not so light in the tail. There's quite a bit of junk in the trunk, dare we say?
He's not fat.
He looked pretty doughy to me the other night.
He's not fat.
Doughy. You always tell he's doughy when the shirt's
If you look at him last year in the finals compared to what he looks like now, it is night and day. He lost a lot of weight. He was pretty popular.
But here's the thing. Here's the problem I had with. Look, if he's out of shape and that's why he's not playing defense good, yes, JJ Redick should criticize him. But after the shitty coaching job that JJ Redick
is
the problem.
You're going to call out your superstar? That's
I don't think he didn't
that's inexperienced
directly call him out. But let's be honest.
But everybody thinks he's talking about Luka.
And why is that, Tom?
Because he is talking about
and
Luka.
why is
everybody else is picked up on the narrative.
Because he got traded because he's fat and out of shape. And by the way, in Game 5, 19 blow-bys. I didn't even know that was a stat. Okay? 19 blow-bys, one man. You know what that means? Minnesota's like, where's that fat white guy from Serbia? Oh, find him. Find him. Target him. Whip his ass.
What happened to him in the finals last year?
Same thing. Jaylen Brown.
Yeah.
Fat kid on the
Jaylen Brown were boop, 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 boop.
So, yeah, but he was exposed, and that's why. By the way, here's the thing that nobody knew. What's the Dallas GM again? What's his name? Nico Harrison.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you know what's funny?
Love it.
Everybody's laughing about why Nico Harrison doing this. The only thing they should be questioning is he didn't get enough for the trade. The trade itself is not the problem. Let me tell you what. Do you know who Nico Harrison was really, 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 really close with? Anybody?
Rob Pelinka.
No, not Rob Pelinka.
Well, he's definitely close to Rob Pelinka.
I'll give you a hint.
But maybe there's somebody closer.
I'll give you a hint. He's dead.
Well,
George Washington.
Kobe.
That guy who drives
Thomas Jefferson.
What'd you say?
Kobe.
Say it loud.
I'm so
Kobe Bryant. Okay. All right. Hey, peanut gallery. Put a sock in it. Listen. Here's the thing. All right. Kobe Bryant. Now let's think about this. Kobe Bryant is known for, among other things, his killer instinct, his work ethic, his training. So if you are around a guy like that, you know what it looks like. Okay. He's been around Luka 6 years. He gave him 6 years. Okay? And I'm not paying a guy, and you know, it's funny, it's all coming out. You're going to pay a man that's $350 million, he plays on one end of the court. 19 blow-bys in one game?
I mean,
I don't think so.
I don't think anybody's saying he's Kobe.
Well, is he worth $354 million?
It doesn't matter for the Lakers because we're only going to pay $220 now.
I didn't ask you that question. I asked you, if you had to pay him, would you pay him $354 million?
It's a tough decision.
No, it's not. He plays one end of the floor.
I mean...
Is he better than Jason Tatum?
It doesn't matter. They don't have Jason Tatum.
I didn't ask you that question. Is he better than Jason Tatum?
But Dallas doesn't have that. They don't have that choice. They don't have Jason Tatum.
The point is, they were not to keep him.
Yeah.
They went to pay him $354 million.
Yeah, I mean, I get why Nico did it.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand.
The only knock was, he didn't get enough. Well, I got news for you.
He definitely
If the Los
got
Angeles
enough. He got a lot more.
I got news for you. If the Los Angeles Lakers had Anthony Davis instead of Luka, the Lakers beat this team.
Yeah, you might be right.
They beat this team because he would bitch slap Rudy Gobert back to France, all the way back to France.
But the Lakers had a cap, though. They felt like they had a cap.
I feel like they had a cap on Anthony Davis, and it's been like that. He was never going to be the next guy.
The team they had, they felt like
Yeah, and
they had to split it up.
Dallas has been trying to build around him for 6 years.
Pre-trade or post-trade, this team's not going to make it to the finals. They were the fourth at Vegas even.
They were the third seed going
So
in.
look, if
They were the third seed in the West, but let's be
if
honest.
this tactic gets Luka to the point where he gets in shape, then
I feel like that
was
was
the right move.
Yeah, absolutely.
But
Yeah.
a lot of people are saying it doesn't.
I'm sure they're
like
going
he's
to.
that kind of player.
Yeah.
What you
It's not
said
going to
earlier-
make him like this crazy great defender.
No, but
right?
what
I would
said
set it
earlier
for
was
average.
LeBron.
Yeah.
He's average.
But LeBron should go to him and say, "Dude, you need to get
This
your
is the
ass
guy
in the gym."
It's going to be LeBron.
Yeah,
If he's going to
sure.
listen to anybody, it's going to be LeBron. Or
Absolutely.
he's not going to listen to J.J. Redick. And yes, to your point, while J.J. Redick is right in what he said, he was wrong
Gave
to
him
call
props
out.
this in his exit interview. I mean, that got out. To the media when he had media
But
day.
JJ Redick, if he was a good coach, would have come out and said, "I got out coached." This entire series.
Yes.
That's the first thing he should have said. And then if he wants to round it out and say, "Look, we have a lot of issues, we have a lot of work to do," but he never took accountability on himself.
He just said what everybody was thinking.
And remember what
We got to
he
get in
said-
championship shape.
Right. Remember what he said about Doc Rivers? There's no accountability with this guy. Remember
Yeah.
when he got all righteous and
Yeah.
everybody went against him?
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't
Yeah.
look like he's taking accountability either.
He is not. And
No.
if he said it starts with me, I've got to be better, right there it would have been. He didn't
Yes.
even do that.
And then he can say whatever.
He went to the offseason and the
Right.
player's going to get in championship shape. Here's the problem with that. You know how many championships J.J. Redick has as a player?
0.
None. Okay? So that tells me J.J. Redick has no fucking idea what he's talking about. And I'm not saying he doesn't understand being in shape. He played in the NBA. That's not what I'm talking about. But if you're going to say championship shape, I would have been like, well, J.J., what does that mean?
But his work ethic,
I don't see any rings on
off-season work ethic,
So what does that
is
mean?
pretty legit and regimented. So maybe he will be the one to actually figure that out.
It's
You know
going to
what
be,
I mean?
if it's going to happen, it's going to be LeBron.
Sure.
LeBron's the only one, if anyone can get to him, it's
To
going to be him.
convince- to convince
So it's going to be,
Luka. Yeah.
he'll be the only one that can convince him.
Yeah.
Okay?
I just feel like his expectations are going to be much higher in LA than
Well,
they
it
are.
looks like you're going to be right. The Clippers are letting us down.
Well, they're just going to disappoint eventually.
Down 50.
It doesn't matter what series or when it
quarter?
happens. It's
Third
when you
quarter,
go.
they're down
They just will.
Now they're
It's
down
not-
18.
It's not a thing. But anyway,
Clippers and the Nuggets, game 7. The Clippers had their chance and they're up 2-1 and they blew
but
it.
I think this is
Denver's up 18.
that
the Lakers lost.
to that what's his nuts Gordon caught at the end of the game 4 when they could have gone up 3-1. That was the series.
Oh, yeah.
If they would have been 3, would have been over.
Yeah, that's a good point.
But they didn't box out.
I still think the Lakers were better than a first round exit.
It was the matchup.
It was the
They
matchup.
drew that was a bad matchup.
Here's what I'll say. Minnesota's not getting the love that they should.
They are not.
And they did have historical things happen to them in that series. So they did play
So far,
very
you've
well.
named 2.
Yeah, 21 threes, and that was their franchise
Yeah.
record. Rudy Gobert.
That's the other one.
And let's ask this guy, because, this guy named Julius Randle played for the Lakers. He wouldn't do
All-star?
shit. What did he do in New York?
He was an all-star.
Yeah, he got traded from New
Was
York.
he averaging 20 points a game when he got
It
traded?
was 25 and 9.
So how's he
Yeah.
doing nothing at 20 points
Now,
a game?
in the playoffs,
That's a lot of nothing for
he
20 points a game.
didn't do what
right?
he did in the playoffs.
Usually 20 points.
Exactly. He didn't do what he did in the playoffs. That's my point. He was never up.
But he's
He was a
he's
monster.
always had
This,
that in him.
but he was a monster this time around.
Well, here's the difference. Anthony Edwards got to him. And
Somebody
got him to
did.
play better.
Somebody did.
Somebody got to him because he's
nobody was really
Shit.
like
15-0 run by Dallas is 23 points.
DiVincenzo. Oh, we knew he was going to play well. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't. But anyway, it's good. If this reaction wise, hopefully it works out.
Front door.
Yeah.
You got a guy like Luka listens to somebody, he
Luka's
gets
got
in
to
good
grow up,
shape.
though.
And
Luka's
He's got to grow up. He's 26 years
they
old.
tightened up a little trade.
Do you realize
some
he's
bigger
going to
guys.
pro for 10 years?
Well, probably.
Going back to Europe.
because he was
Going back to
16.
Europe.
Yeah,
He's
he
been a pro
will.
since he was 15 years old. Luka Doncic, look at. I'm getting sick of. Here's my beef. Okay, with you. Okay, I'm getting sick and
You're a
tired
Celtics fan.
of putting you in the same sentence with Larry Bird. You are no Larry Bird.
Who's doing that?
Oh, everybody. People. He's already better than him.
Well, game-wise, he's
Yeah.
got that.
I've always heard like Jokic.
I'll get wherever
for Larry
I want.
Bird, but I've never heard Luka.
Eric will back me up on this. If you took Jokic and Luka and you put them together, you'd have Larry Bird. You would. He's faster than both of them.
What do you
by the
think?
way. Yes.
See?
Yeah.
Or no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think you guys, that if I can, defense.
Why don't you come sit
I
and
don't want
talk?
to sit. Defense is about effort.
Absolutely. It's about talent.
Right?
It's
It's
effort.
not- and it's
effort.
not even, if you can get out there and you can run up and down the court, you're in basketball shape.
Yeah.
Yeah, sir.
But
Yeah.
defense is about effort.
Well, as we all know, Luka only jogs up and down the court unless he has the ball.
But it's also lateral movement, and I mean,
But it's a mentality.
Yes, it's a
You
mentality.
want to do it or you don't.
Exactly.
Yep.
Right? And so
And-
if you don't have it in you to go out there and do it, and your plus has always been that I can do this.
I can do this.
You
Yeah.
ain't,
Well, to be fair to Luka, he's been enabled for 10 years. Everybody's
Well,
so
that's the
enabled with
thing,
his
yeah.
offense,
Yeah.
they live with it. So no one's ever
And
said,
that's
you
what
know
Nico
what?
is
Nico
saying.
was the first guy who stood up and said, you know what, enough of this.
Yeah.
so all you can really do is build around
Yep.
with the flaws that he has on the defensive end, right? So
Now, here's my question.
Yep.
And I don't know if you're a Laker fan or not, Eric. I think you
Knicks.
are. Knicks, okay. But here's the question. Dallas, and this guy Nico knows his shit. They got to the finals with him and Kyrie Irving, but they weren't able to build a team around this guy. Do you think LA can build a team around him? With Pelinka and Jeannie Buss? Can they build a team around him?
I mean,
Because Nico couldn't do it.
well, I don't know. You're giving Nico a lot of credit. You're giving Nico a lot of credit.
I'm not going to give Nico any blame.
I mean,
'Cause it was vindicated.
Stephen Curry, what was his name? Come on,
Did he
dog.
do that?
Yeah, Nico Harrison was working for Nike, so giving Nico credit
yikes.
is blasphemous.
Really? Because everybody that is in the know says this guy's one of the smaartest basketball minds they know. That would go back to Kobe Bryant.
Well, I mean, what he did last
No,
year
that
with
was
that team.
that's how he knows Rob.
that was
He was
good
working
GM
for
work last
Nike.
year.
It wasn't making him a genius.
No, but he's very close to Kobe. He knows a killer when he sees one. Luka ain't here.
And
Kobe
Luka's
plays
not it.
defense.
But nobody's comparing him to Kobe except you.
Yes, you know why? Because he won a championship.
I've never
You know why I'm comparing him to Kobe? Because Kobe has 5 rings. How many does Dickhead have?
He doesn't have any.
That's right. He's not going to get it either.
7
You guys are fucked. I'm here to say it right now. The fake show,
But nobody.
fucked.
But you're the only one.
No, not the only one. He was exposed.
He's saying-
Let me tell you what's going on here in the West. You got OKC, they got a slew of guys like this. You got Minnesota, they got a slew of guys like this. You got San Antonio, there's a slew of guys like this. You got Houston, there's a slew of guys like this. These guys aren't going anywhere.
It's
Meaning big wings that are quick. And Luka can't defend any of them.
I guess I'm just not freaking out about it.
You should. You're a Laker fan. Your future's in the
I
toilet.
I'm
your
not
future
freaking out
went in the
about it.
toilet.
No, I think you got to trust that process, man. You
Process?
You have to, because
If you don't have a big man who can play, you can't win a title. You can't.
they've got time to get a big man.
Oh, hola.
These guys growing.
You got the off. You got the off season.
They're not going to
You got
stick until you get a
lots
high
of
enough draft pick. Oh, look who fell into the gig with what is
time. Look
that?
at that. Look at that.
All right, there's a silver.
Like
Do you want
comparing
to
gifts.
No, that's brisket.
I
You
can't
brought
read.
brisket on
It's
the
all
have a
good.
seat. That's your seat.
Yeah.
Sit down.
I have nothing to add to this conversation.
Well,
You can bash Trump.
you can do that. There's no Trumplicans here.
You got to scoot in though. You're not.
Yes, good
that's
answer.
okay.
We can't see you.
That's fine.
Good to see you, sir. Good to see you, sir.
Just in case you're watching.
What?
Them.
Trump? Trump's too stupid to find this channel. We're
So,
talking
RJ,
about
isn't he just a seat filler?
who?
Dante, isn't he a seat filler?
A
Right,
seat?
he's gonna put stand
Luka?
fans in.
He's going to put fans in the seats. He's going to sell jerseys. He's not going to win a ring.
Right, I mean,
He will not win a ring.
They win a bunch of games.
Yes, and it'll be
right. It's building, but
international.
They're not better than
Exposure,
OKC.
you know.
They're clearly not better than Minnesota.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't think they're better than Houston. I don't think right now they're better than Golden State. Because Golden State has Jimmy Butler. He's a dog.
I think that was.
He's a dog.
I was looking forward to that series.
I would have loved to have seen that series.
Yeah.
But it doesn't look like it was. I mean, Houston's probably going to win Game 7 now.
If the
because
sky is falling in LA.
It's sky.
Yeah, that's my whole thing. Like, I'm
I'll
not
tell you why
into
this
that.
guy's falling. They just
I
put
gotta
their
see
future.
what they're
Let
gonna
me
do.
tell you why this guy's falling. They put their future on a 26-year-old fat ass who's never going to get into shape. Okay, number one. Number two, to his point, he has no desire to learn or play defense. Nothing is going to change. It hasn't changed in 11 years. It's not going to change now because, to his point, it's a mentality.
So why do they still have him on
any
any team?
People have the tendency to want to build with LA and feed LA players because the league needs LA and Boston and New York and all of these guys to be suitable for what the TV show, what TV needs. So they're going to figure out a way to build around him to put something decent out there.
Dallas had a lot of young big men that were talented, lively, and that other guy. If they kept him, and then he got hurt again, so he missed the first half of the season basically. So, I mean, by the way, look who fell into the gig.
Hi. Wait, if he sucks as bad as you saying he sucks,
He doesn't suck. He doesn't play defense.
So what does he mainly play?
He plays one half of the court.
He doesn't suck.
He sucks.
He sucks.
Yeah, he doesn't suck.
RJ's just ran.
Yeah,
Wait,
he's
wait.
we get it. You don't like Luka. We get it.
I don't like Luka, and I hate the And the problem is, the only mistake Nico made.
I would be really happy.
The only mistake Nico made is he didn't get enough.
Right, he should have got
Is
some
he
more
top
picks.
5 in the league?
Yeah.
Luka?
Right now.
I don't think he is.
Who's better?
Well, that's probably the guy on the Timberwolves who just whipped his
I
ass.
think he's like
No.
He's yeah.
He could be one.
He's better.
He could-
Tatum is better. Jokic is better. Freaking shit. What's the other?
SGA.
SGA is better. That's
Is
4.
he?
Yeah, he's better.
SGA's better.
SGA
He has a
plays
better.
Wait,
plays
we're
defense.
talking about Luka
I'll
right
give him
now?
that,
Plays
but
defense.
But he has a better team around him.
That-
But I'm not going to say that.
SGA is better than
Luka is that good of
I
a
thought you
scorer that
liked
he's like.
Luka.
Yeah, he like makes up for the
I get what you're saying. That
yeah.
he really can't cover.
I'm sure they were aware when they're making the trade that he's not a two-way player.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's not like they didn't know that. You know what I mean?
But they're gonna
What
need him
team
to
is
be
he on right now?
serviceable.
But they're going to need him to be, like
You
you
can't
said,
hide him. Right, he's
the effort,
gotta-
like you
he's
said
gotta do something.
earlier, like if he just like played all right, like
I'd settle for average.
get average and yeah.
So LeBron wasn't defensively inclined before he went to
LeBron
Miami.
is 40 right now.
No, I'm saying
LeBron's
before he went to
about
Miami.
LeBron was never this bad
But
on
his
defense.
defense wasn't there.
No, but it wasn't as bad as this. Wasn't even close to this.
It doesn't matter. It wasn't there. Riley taught him how to play defense and
to
be
win.
effective.
You
Yep.
said it yourself. Defense is more effort than anything.
But it had to be built into him to want to do it.
Well, that was
Team
Pat
is-
Riley.
Is LeBron still
I don't see
playing?
Pat Riley on the
on
Lakers.
I'm not
Still?
saying, but my point is that
It's 40.
It's
40.
I'm not going to say.
I will
But
guarantee
he
Luka
looks like he's
Doncic
25.
sets an NBA record
Yeah.
for one game.
Body-wise,
That's
body-wise, yeah,
I
not-
didn't even know it was this.
If he shaved his head, you'd think he was a little younger.
That's like, what is
that
the
gets him, you know what I mean?
Oh, getting toasted. Oh, that I know. They just gave it a name. Boy,
So if my hair was all wet, you'd know it would.
They just gave it a name.
But LeBron's.
Huh?
Is that what you say? Your ears are wet?
No, we were saying, yeah, you know,
RJ was-
nobody's saying LeBron's super young, but if he shaved his head, he would look a little younger.
Hey, I got news for you. LeBron James
His hair kind of gives away his.
LeBron James is not the reason they lost that series. Luka Doncic is the reason they lost that series.
Well, I'd go a step further and say it was JJ
Well,
played.
JJ
he
was
pretty bad.
LeBron James
I mean, you don't want to play those guys like 48 minutes. Like
That's
was crazy.
JJ's fault. That's JJ's
Why
fault.
wasn't JJ playing the big man?
Yeah, I don't know.
They were saying,
We're all hearing this.
don't tell me this
like
Jackson
Hayes.
Yeah, don't
couldn't,
tell me
like,
that.
get out there and
Don't tell me he couldn't guard Rudy Gobert.
Yeah, right.
She has more offensive talent than Rudy Gobert.
They never made that. They never made
hold
adjustments
up.
like they would.
I have no offensive
they're
talent.
doubling
Let's get that straight.
Neither is he.
Let's get that straight, okay? I can't play
Rudy Gobert pulled a Bill Russell.
They're doubling it,
JJ should have been fired for that.
and they just let up on him. It didn't make it
This
out.
is
of
such a
him.
disappointment. Game 7, it's a 30-point game.
What did I tell you?
Yeah.
Who do we
What did I
want
tell you
to
about the
win?
Clippers?
Who do we want to win?
I mean, listen, we disappointed too,
but a
but
good Game 7.
Actually,
the Clippers are very
if
consistent.
we're being honest,
with disappointment.
Denver, in terms of their matchups, they match up better with OKC.
But I'm not going to hate on
because
Kawhi
Jokic
Leonard.
can.
Like he was pretty sweet.
Kawhi Leonard played great.
Hey, he made the whole series.
Yeah, I mean he did. I mean the reason he got
They lost the series on that lob, that rebound.
Oh, I get it now. When we were at the soccer match and we got there early and you said they're playing like it's Game 7. I get it
John's
now.
on Marblehead. Look at that.
Oh, that makes sense.
Well, often I do make sense, but nobody listens. Anyway, point is,
All right, enough of
The point is-
shitting all over Luka.
we're gonna no. I'm not done shitting on over Luka. Here's the thing. LA, it used
Can
to
we
be.
all start talking about the Knicks? So
No, that's the
he
next
cannot
segment.
comment.
That's the next segment. The bottom line is that LA, Nico, your only flaw was you didn't get enough for him. But when you watch him play defense, how much are you really going to get? Because honestly, he was 28 points, and I said this before to Tom, and he knows this. If you're going to score 30 and give up 30, what good are you?
Yeah.
You're useless. You're tits on a bull. Sorry, hon. That's useless. Okay,
not like
useless
what
like
you say.
Luka at the other end of the floor. Useless. Hey, LA, I'll see you in about 50 years. Okay, because until he's gone or dead or whatever it
50
is,
years.
and they
What
fired
are you gonna play
everybody,
till he's
you ain't doing no. But Jeannie Buss has to die because she ain't gonna sell the team, and she's stupid too. Okay, honestly, she's a fraud. Okay, she's the female version of Jerry Jones. Let's be honest here. Okay, so that's a hot take.
She's not in the media that much.
They want a bubble doesn't count.
They want a bubble.
Bubble doesn't count.
Well, Jerry couldn't win a bubble title.
Jerry, he wanted to know.
This is
30 years
shots
ago.
fired.
3 years ago.
Shots are firing.
They're just firing everywhere.
Dallas, Eric goes, ooh.
What a comeback, segment 2. Luka, you couldn't lick Larry's. Never mind, you can't say it in front of her. Segment 2, Knicks Celtics preview coming right up. Stay tuned, America. This is going to get fun.
Eric, we need you for this.